51 years old. That's how old Diana was when she realized she couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't keep pretending. Couldn't keep saying, "I'm fine," when someone asked how she was. Couldn't keep pushing through the exhaustion, the bone-deep tiredness that had nothing to do with sleep. She was tired, so tired, but she didn't know how to say it. Because what do you say when you're tired of being the strong one? When you're tired of being needed? When you're tired of holding everything together? When you're just tired of pretending you're not tired? This is the story of what happened when Diana finally stopped pretending, when she finally said the words she'd been holding back for years. Diana had been tired for a long time, years probably, but she'd gotten so good at hiding it that even she didn't notice anymore. It started small, that feeling of heaviness when the alarm went off in the morning, that moment of dread before getting out of bed. Not depression exactly, just tiredness. A deep cellular exhaustion that sleep couldn't fix. But Diana was good at pushing through. She'd been pushing through her whole life. That's what you did when you were the responsible one, the dependable one, the one everyone counted on. You pushed through. You kept going. You said, "I'm fine," even when you weren't. Because what was the alternative? Falling apart? Letting people down? That wasn't an option. So Diana kept going. She woke up tired, she went to work tired, she came home tired, she cooked dinner tired, she helped her aging mother with bills and doctor appointments tired, she listened to her friends' problems tired, she showed up to everything tired. But she showed up because that's what Diana did. And whenever someone asked, "How are you?" she'd smile and say, "I'm fine, just busy," just busy. As if busy explained the exhaustion, as if being busy was the same as being tired. But it wasn't. Busy was a schedule problem. This was something deeper. This was tired of being needed, tired of being responsible, tired of holding space for everyone else's emotions while having nowhere to put her own. Tired of being strong, tired of being fine. Just tired. But she didn't know how to say that, because when you've spent 51 years being the strong one, the reliable one, the one who has it together, how do you suddenly say, "I can't anymore"? How do you admit that you're not fine when everyone assumes you are, when everyone needs you to be? So Diana kept pretending, and the exhaustion grew heavier and heavier, until one day she couldn't pretend anymore. Chapter 2. The Breaking Point. 2:45 to 5 p.m. It happened on a Saturday afternoon. Diana's daughter called, needed help moving furniture. Diana had plans to rest, to do nothing. She'd been looking forward to it all week, but her daughter needed her, so Diana said yes, because that's what she always did. She drove over, helped move the couch, the dresser, the boxes. Her back ached, her head ached, everything ached. When she finally got home, hours later, she sat in her car in the driveway, and she just sat there, engine off, hands on the wheel, too tired to even walk inside her own house. Her phone buzzed, a text from her mother. Could Diana come by tomorrow, help with some paperwork? Diana stared at the phone. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard, and for the first time in her life, she wanted to say no. She wanted to say, "I can't, I'm too tired." But the words wouldn't come, because what if her mother got upset? What if her daughter felt guilty? What if people thought she was being selfish? What if they stopped asking her for help altogether and she became unnecessary? Diana put the phone down. She went inside, she lay on her bed still in her clothes, and she realized something terrifying. She couldn't remember the last time someone had asked her what she needed. The last time someone had said, "Are you okay? Really okay?" The last time someone had noticed the exhaustion in her eyes, the heaviness in her shoulders, the way she moved through the world like everything was too much effort. She'd become invisible in her own exhaustion. Everyone saw what she did for them. No one saw what it cost her. And worse, she'd taught them not to see. By always saying, "I'm fine," by always showing up, by never asking for help, by pretending she didn't need anything. She'd trained everyone in her life to believe that Diana was fine. always fine. And now she was drowning in that lie, drowning in the exhaustion of maintaining it. The next morning, Diana woke up and stared at her phone. The text from her mother was still there, unanswered, and Diana did something she'd never done before. She typed, "I can't tomorrow. I need to rest." Her finger hovered over send. Her heart pounded. It felt wrong, selfish, cruel even. But she pressed send, and then she waited. Her mother's response came 20 minutes later. "Okay, are you feeling all right?" And Diana realized her mother wasn't angry, wasn't disappointed, just concerned. Because Diana never said no, so when she did, people noticed. They paid attention, and Diana typed back, slowly, carefully, "I'm just really tired. I've been tired for a long time." Her mother called, and for the first time in years, Diana told the truth about how exhausted she was, how she'd been running on empty, how she didn't know how to stop being the person everyone counted on, how she was tired of pretending she wasn't tired. And her mother said something Diana didn't expect. "I thought you were okay. You always seem so together. Why didn't you tell me?" And Diana realized people can't help if they don't know you need help. She'd been so busy appearing strong that she'd made it impossible for anyone to see her struggle. She'd built a wall of "I'm fine" so high that no one could see over it. And now she had to tear it down, brick by brick, starting with the hardest thing of all, telling the truth. The next few weeks were strange. Diana started saying no, not to everything, but to some things, to the things that drained her, the obligations she'd taken on out of guilt or habit rather than genuine care. She started saying, "I can't this week," or "I need help with this," or the hardest words of all, "I'm not okay." And something surprising happened. People understood. Some people, anyway, the ones who mattered. They said, "I had no idea," or "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" or "What can I do?" They stepped up. They helped. Not everyone, of course. Some people got uncomfortable when Diana stopped being endlessly available, but those people, Diana realized, had never actually cared about her. They'd cared about what she could do for them. Diana didn't quit her job, didn't leave her family, didn't run away to some distant place to find herself. What she did was simpler and, in some ways, harder. She started resting. Actually resting, not just sleeping, though she did more of that too, but resting in the deeper sense, stopping, pausing, saying no, creating space for nothing, for quiet, for the exhaustion to finally lift. She took a weekend off, completely off, turned off her phone, stayed in her pajamas, read books, took naps, did nothing. And it felt uncomfortable at first, wrong almost, like she was wasting time, like she should be doing something, helping someone, being useful. But she stayed with it, sat with the discomfort, and slowly, the exhaustion began to ease. She started setting boundaries, told her daughter she couldn't help every weekend, told her mother she needed advance notice for appointments, told her friends she needed time alone sometimes. And the sky didn't fall. The world didn't end. People adjusted. Some pulled away, but the ones who loved her, really loved her, they understood. They gave her space. They checked in. They helped. And Diana started to feel lighter. Not perfect, not healed overnight, but lighter, like she could breathe again, like the weight she'd been carrying for 51 years was finally, slowly lifting off her shoulders. She was still tired sometimes, but it was a normal tired now, not the soul-crushing exhaustion that came from pretending, from performing, from being fine when she wasn't. Diana is 53 now, 2 years since that Saturday afternoon when she couldn't move the couch anymore. 2 years since she sent that first "I can't" text. She still helps people, still shows up for the people she loves, but she doesn't pretend anymore, doesn't say "I'm fine" when she's not, doesn't push through exhaustion like it's a badge of honor. Here's what she learned. You can be strong and tired at the same time. You can be capable and still need help. You can be the person people count on and still have limits. And saying, I'm tired, isn't weakness. It's honesty. It's self-preservation. It's the first step toward actually being okay instead of just pretending to be. If you're watching this and you're tired, really tired, and you've been pretending you're not for so long you don't even know how to stop, this is your permission. You don't have to keep going. You don't have to keep pushing through. You don't have to keep saying, I'm fine, when you're not. You can be tired. You can say it out loud. You can rest. The people who love you will understand. And the people who don't understand, they never really saw you anyway. They saw what you could do for them. But you are not what you do for other people. You are not your usefulness. You are a person, and you're allowed to be tired. Tell someone today. Say the words, I'm tired. See what happens. You might be surprised. You might find that people have been waiting for you to be honest, that they've wanted to help but didn't know you needed it, that your exhaustion isn't a burden to them, that they love you, not what you do for them. If this story resonated with you, tell me in the comments, how long have you been tired, and who are you going to tell? Subscribe for more stories of women who stopped pretending. New story every Saturday. This is your permission to rest.